तो आज ये सवाल मुझे पूछा 12 एल्गोरिथम हैंडल कर रहे थे मैंने यही पूछा
Okay, students, I think most of you have joined now. So we will start with a introduction first, and then we will move forward with our first chapter, which is logic gates and sequential circuit. Right now, this is chapter number 3 from your RD Supekar textbook. Chapter number basically 3, that is from CS2 portion. Right now, quick intro of the subject and quick intro of myself. I am Sonali Gandhi, and I will be teaching you computer science part 2 for the entire 2 years, right? So basically, I am teaching part 2 of computer science for the 2 years, for 11th as well as for 12th, right? Now, in your 11th standard for part 2, you are having 5 chapters, right? Now, out of this 5 chapters, the first chapter basically is your regarding the components, right? That is resistors, inductors, ये सारे जो component है आप physics में भी पढ़ने वाले हो. Then regarding transistors, diodes and all that. But that chapter we will do it at the last. Now then second chapter that we have in your textbook is of this, that is logic gates and sequential circuit. I'm talking about computer science part 2, okay? And after that we have one chapter which is functional hardware parts of PC. In that you will be studying about, then here you will be studying about various input devices, output devices, right? And the common terms related to it, the components of motherboard, etc. Right? Again, then you have one chapter of peripheral devices. Over here, you will be studying about input devices, output devices, how they function, what are the types of the input devices available, like types of keyboard available in the market, types of mouses available in the market, the types of scanners and printers which are available in the market, all these things and their working you will study, right? And the last chapter we have is of networking, right? So this is the syllabus of your 11th standard. Now, today, first we are going to begin with logic gates, right? So we will obviously start with the definition of the term what is logic gates, right? First, we will learn the first half of the chapter, which is regarding the logic gates, and then we will move on to the second part, which is the sequential circuits, right? I hope all of you are clear with this instruction. The introduction regarding the part 1 will be given to you by the part 1 madam, which is Siddhi ma'am, right? Now, first, again, regarding the examination, you will have 50 marks theory paper of logic gates and 50 marks theory paper of computer science 2 and 50 marks theory paper of computer science part 1, right? So both the theory papers will be of 50 marks, and also the practical papers of CS1 and CS2 will be of 50 marks, right? So this is how the marking is divided. So total computer science subject, entirely the CS subject is of 200 marks. Understood? 50 marks practical of CS1 and 50 marks theory of CS1, 50 marks practical of CS2 and 50 marks theory of CS2. Okay. Now let us begin with the first chapter and the introduction to what is logic gates. So basically, what are logic gates? The logic gate is an electronic circuit which has one or many inputs and exactly one output. Right over here, you can see this figure. It is given, right, that it is having two inputs. So basically, this is an electronic circuit, right? This is an electronic circuit which is having either one or many inputs. Now, what do you understand either one or many inputs? Compulsorily, it has one input, right? Compulsorily, there will be one input, and either you can provide many inputs. Many inputs means multiple inputs are also possible. It can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 10, it can be any, right? But the number of inputs you provide, you will have exactly one output. That is, only one output is possible with the help of the logic gates. Either you provide 2 inputs, you provide 3 inputs, you provide 10 inputs, but the output will be exactly one, right? Now, how will you get that one output depends upon the gate you are using, right? Whatever circuit you are using, whatever electronic component you are using, accordingly the data will be processed by this logic gate and you will get the exactly one output. Understood? So is the term clear to you that a logic gate, it is an electronic circuit which is having one or many inputs and exactly one output. You provide one or two inputs, right? But you will have exactly one output. Yes, one of the student has raised the hand. You can unmute yourself and ask your query. Anyone is having any query? Right? So we were talking about that a logic gate is an electronic circuit which has one or many inputs, right? You can, as I said, minimum one output is required. Minimum one input is required, right? So you need to provide minimum of one input and the output will be exactly one in all the cases. Either you provide one or either you provide multiple inputs, but the output will exactly be one, right? Now, why we need to study this logic gates? Because the logic gates are the important building blocks of the digital circuits, right? So this logic gates, they are basically the building blocks of your logical circuits, digital circuits. Digital circuit means what? See, there are many big digital circuits which are used for the functions, various functions. There are adder circuits that also we are going to study in this chapter. There is a full adder circuit, there is a half adder circuit which will be used for carrying out the addition and subtraction in your computer, right? So for this purpose also, when you want to design a adder circuit or you want to design a subtractor circuit, right, you need a logic gate. For various other functions also, you will be requiring the logic gates. As and as we move forward in the chapter, we will be also discussing about the applications of the logic gate in the circuits, right, in the digital circuits, wherever they are used. First, we will discuss the important terms, and today we will discuss the basic logical gates, right? Now this basic gates, there are basic gates and derived logic gates. This basic and derived logic gates, they are the basic functional circuits, right, which are used as the building blocks in the other digital circuits. So first we will study this basic logical gates, and then we will discuss the applications of these various gates in the other digital circuits that we will discuss, right? The digital circuits that we discuss will be, as I said, they are parity checker, they are full adder, they are half adder, right? Yes. Whosoever wants to ask a question can unmute yourself.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, what
Yes.
is plus VCC and GND?
Yes. What is VCC and GND? See, VCC stands for the voltage supply, right? VCC stands for the voltage supply to your digital circuits. As we are saying, this is an electronic component, right? So whenever you talk about the electronic component, obviously you need to talk about the electrical supply, the power supply, right? So this plus VCC is the power supply that you are going to provide to your circuit for its operation, which is required. And this GND stands for the ground, right? Now ground means neutral, that is zero, right? शायद इतना बेसिक तो आपने फिजिक्स में पढ़ा ही होगा कि ground means neutral, which is zero. And plus VCC over here stands for the power supply, the power voltage you are going to provide to your circuit, to your digital device, right? Now always remember one thing also, that this VCC for your digital circuit, any digital circuit you talk about, for any electronic digital circuit you talk about, it is always plus 5 volt, right? Now in your home, you are getting 230 volt power supply, राइट जो आपको गवर्नमेंट से जो हमारे यहाँ पे प्रोवाइड किया जाता है वो कितना होता है 230 वोल्ट होता है राइट 230 voltage and 50 megahertz is the frequency, correct? 50 hertz is the frequency and 230 is the voltage that we are getting at our home, right? But this 230 volt, it is stepped down and it is converted to plus 5 volt, right? And then that plus 5 volt will be given to any of your digital circuit for its operation. Now, when we talk about this plus 5 volt, it means it is high, and when we talk about ground, it means it is low. Now, what is this high and low that we will discuss very soon in the next topic itself when we talk about the logics, right? As we know that we are talking about the logic gates. So first of all, we define what is a logic gate. Now in that, again, we will define what do you understand by this term logic. So that is the logic is the thing that we are going to discuss next, right? And in that we will discuss about this plus 5 VCC and ground also. And what do you understand by high volt, low? What do you understand by 1 and 0? What do you understand by true and false? That we will discuss in the next topic, which is next important term, which is logic, right? For now, you just remember that this plus VCC, it is a 5 volt power supply, which is required for the operation of this digital component. Whatever be the digital component, whether it is a logic gate or it is any sequential circuit or it is any other digital circuit, you always require plus 5 volt for its operation. And ground means 0, that is neutral, right?
Ma'am,
Yes.
notes का क्या करना है? Should we write now or what?
No, you need not to write. Right now, you don't need to write anything. The notes will be provided to you on Google Classroom by me. I will share this PPTs also, and I'll share the questions and everything with you on the Google Classroom. Okay?
Okay,
Yes.
thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Piyush.
Ma'am, can we buy any books of CS? Any recommendation?
Yes, sorry, I forgot to tell you regarding that. For CS, you have to purchase RD Supekar textbook. Previously, I had shared the cover page of the textbook in the NBPJC group, parents group it was there, I think. But still, if you wish, I can share it with you in your students group right now, whatever groups are formed, WhatsApp groups. I'll share the cover page of the textbook and I'll write the author names also, so that you can go to the market and you can ask for that book. Okay? It is easily available in any of the store, so don't worry.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so next important term, as I said, that we are going to discuss is the logic, right? What do you understand by the term logic and the logic gates? The term logic in the logic gates is the statement which gives the condition for high output, right? So this is basically a statement which will tell you for what inputs you are going to get the high output. Now, what do you understand by this word high? Over here, HIGH high represents the output 1, right? So see, when this logic gates, whenever we supply any input to this logic gates, we will always talk about the inputs in the term of the binary, right? Because these are digital devices, and all the digital devices, they have either 0 or 1 output. You know that the digital systems, they follow the binary system. The digital circuits, they follow the binary system. Whatever be the digital component, any digital component, it follows the binary system. And when we talk about the binary system, the binary system has always only two things, right? It is always in the form of 0 and 1, right? Now see, in your CS1, you will study about various systems, that is binary systems, decimal systems already you all are familiar with, but you don't know what is it. I'll explain you. Then we have octal systems, then we have hexadecimal systems. So these are various different numbering schemes, right? Now, since childhood, whatever we were learning, we have always learned about the decimal system. And till now also, and in future also, in our normal day-to-day life, we always talk about the decimal system only, right? That is, decimal system means what? 0 to 9, right? The decimal system starts from 0 and it ranges till 9, right? Now, after 9, what do we do when we write 10? Basically, 10, it is a combination of 1 and 0, right? When you say 11, it is a combination of 1 and 1. Then next, we represent 12 as 1, 2. So we'll take 1. Then we will repeat the combinations from 0 to 9. So 1, 0 is 10. Then 1, 1 is 11. Then 1, 2 is 12. 1, 3 is 13. So this way you go till 19. 1, 9, 19. Now after that 1, 9, 19 is done, what do? We take another number which is 2. And again we will repeat the combinations from 0 to 9. So 2, 0 is 20. 2, 1 is 21. 2, 2 is 22, and so on. So this is what we have been taught since childhood. We have learned all the numbers in the decimal system, and all the mathematics we are doing is in the decimal system only, right? And normally in day-to-day life, everywhere in the entire world, the decimal system is followed, right? But all the digital components, the digital circuits, the digital devices, whether it is your mobile phone or whether it is your computer or any other digital device, the digital devices, they understand only the binary system. And when we talk about binary system, there are only 2 digits in it. The digits are 0 and 1, right? So now with 0 and 1, you can have number of possible combinations, right? With 0 and 1, you can have number of possible combinations depending upon the given inputs, right? Now the entire binary system in detail will be taught to you in CS1 by the CS1 teacher, right? For intro, I have just talked about what is binary system and what is decimal system. The decimal system you all are already familiar with, and binary system, as I said, it is used in all the digital devices. All the digital devices, they use the binary system, right? Now, the binary system, as I said, when we talk about binary system, it is always in terms of 0 and 1 only. So over here, high output means the output is 1. And when I say low output, it means the output is 0. Understood? So sometimes this 1 and 0 is represented as high or low. Sometimes it is also represented as true or false. So these are different words which are alternatively used for this high, low output, 1, 0 output, etc. Right? For 1 and 0, different terms which are used is high or low, and true or false is again the term which is used for that. Another term is sometimes that you will, not this year, but in the next year you will come across is enable, disable, right? So when I say enable, it means it is 1. When I say disable, it means it is 0, right? So for digital circuits, the logic can be represented either in the terms of true or false. It can be represented as high or low, or it can be represented as 1 or 0. And as I said, one means high, 0 means low. 1 means true, 0 means false, right? So basically a logic is a statement which will give you the condition for the high output. So it is a statement which represents for what possible combination you are going to get the high output, right? For what possible set of inputs you will get the high output. So logic, it is a statement that will express for what set of inputs you will get the high output. High output means the output is 1. For what possible set of inputs, the output will be 1, right? So that is represented by the logic in the logic gates. Yes, queries? Any queries? Yes, Nirved. No, right now you don't have to talk about programming. In CS2 for 11th standard, there is no programming, right? There is no programming in CS2 for 11th standard. Only in 12th standard, you will do programming in CS2, right? And that is assembly language programming. That I will teach you how to write and how to do the things. For 11th standard, there is no programming in CS2. Yes, you have to do the practicals, but right now, since we are in this COVID-19 situation, only if the college resumes, then and then only we will be able to do the practicals, right? So what practicals is there? Of course, the practicals is regarding this logic gates and sequential circuits only. You have to implement all these logic gates on the kit that we have. So that I'll show you if we get any chance. If the physical classes resume, we will obviously do this practicals, right? We have different logic gates. You have to implement, you have to verify their truth tables. Then you have De Morgan's theorem that you have to verify by using this logical gates. You have to construct full adder circuit. You have to construct half adder circuit. So all that I will teach you in your this thing only, practical session, how to implement all these logic gates practically, okay? Next is the truth table, right? Now the important term next we will talk about is the truth table. So what is a truth table? What do you understand by this truth table? Again, it is somewhat similar to logic. But logic, as I said, what we said, it is a statement. So it is in terms of words. Over here, this is not in terms of words, but it is a table which will represent the possible set of inputs and the output. As you know that output will exactly be 1. We have already discussed the definition of logic gates. What was the definition? It is an electronic circuit which is having one or many inputs and exactly one output, right? So when we talk about the truth table, obviously there will be only one output column. The output column will only be one, but the number of inputs can be many. Either it can be one input or it can be many inputs, right? So this is a table which will represent the set of possible inputs. I can say the set of possible inputs, or I can say the possible input combinations, right? Both the things are same. It is a table which will represent the set of possible inputs or the set of possible input combinations and the respective output, right? Now, as I said, the output will only be one, right? So, and the respective output for that possible input combination. I will show you one illustration of the truth table, but let us discuss the terms first of all, right? So, over here, the set of possible inputs will be there, and you will have the respective output for that input combination, right? And the output, as I said, it will only be one, right? We have only exactly one output for the logic gate, right? For any particular logic gate, you will have only one output. Understood? So only one output column will be there, and the input columns can be many. It can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, it can be 10. As I said, the number of inputs can be any. It can be 20 also, it can be 25 also, it can be 100 also. Understood? So number of inputs can be any, but the output will only be one. Now, how do you find out the possible combinations of input? So there is an equation, mathematical equation for that how do we get the possible combinations for the inputs, right? Now, if I say that my logical circuit is having two inputs, for example, see this logic gate. This logic gate, as you can see in this figure, how many inputs it is having? It is having two inputs, input A and input B. All of you can see this? Yes or no?
Yes,
right? So this is a logic gate which is having two inputs, input A and input B. So if I say that my logic gate has two inputs, then the number of possible combinations, the total number of combinations in the truth table will be 2 raised to 2, right? Why it is 2 raised to 2? Because the equation is such that if n is the number of input, if n is the number of inputs, then the total combinations in the truth table is equal to 2 raised to n. Understood? If there are n number of inputs, I'm repeating the statement once again. If there are n number of inputs, then the total number of combinations is equal to 2 raised to n. The total number of combinations in the truth table is equal to 2 raised to n, right? So now if I say that my logic gate is having two inputs, input A and input B. So number of inputs n is equal to 2, right? So what will be the possible combinations? What is the formula? 2 raised to n. N is 2, right? Over here, I'm saying my logic gate is having two inputs. So number of inputs n is equal to 2. Understood? Equation is 2 raised to n. So substitute the value of n in that. So what you'll get? 2 raised to 2. 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4. So how many combinations you will have in your truth table? 4 combinations. Total number of combinations will be 4. Understood? Similarly, if I say that the number of inputs of my logic gate is 3. The number of inputs for my logic gate is 3, right? So what is the value of n? Who will tell me what is the value of n?
3.
3, right? Then number of possible combinations will be
2 cubed.
2 raised to 3. Yes. So
Eight.
it will be 8. So how many
What
combinations
is
will be
combination?
there in the truth table? 8 combinations will be there in the truth table. Understood? Are you clear with this thing? Now let me show you
Yes,
one
ma'am. Ma'am, but
illustration.
what is combination?
Yes, that is what I'm showing you. As I said, let me show you the example of the combinations. One truth table I'll show you, so you will understand the number of combinations. Now see, this is one truth table. We will discuss this truth table in detail when we discuss about the logical OR gate, right? But as I said, if I want to represent, if I want to make you understand what is the number of inputs, possible combinations, right? So how will I explain it to you? As I said, my digital circuit, it is a digital device, so it is following binary system, correct? Now, as I said, how many inputs are there? I am representing my logical, currently for this logical circuit, there are two inputs. See, 1 and 2, A and B are the two inputs, right? For this particular logical gate, there are two inputs, A and B, right? So when I say I have two inputs, so this is a truth table which is representing the inputs. This is input A, this is input B, and this is the output column Y. Now we will not discuss currently about this output column. We will just focus on this input columns, right? Now, when I say the combinations, what you understand by combinations is that with two numbers, how many combinations can be possible? You might have studied permutations and combinations in maths, or maybe you will study in your 11th standard, right? Regarding the permutations and combinations. So if I have given, I think you might have studied in your lower standards also. If you are given two digits, how many digits, how many different digits you can form with those two digits? That kind of maths you might have studied in your lower standards, right? Say suppose I'm given two numbers, 3 and 5. So how many numbers you can form with those two digits, right? This kind of maths you might have studied in your lower standards. Like 53 is one another number which I can form with the help of 3 and 5. 35 is a number which I can form with the help of the two digits given 3 and 5, right? And other numbers can also be possible. So similarly, over here I'm given two inputs and I have two binary digits, 0 and 1. So how many combinations I can make out of it, right? So how will you form the combinations? The method is very simple. For the first input, what you will do, you will write 0, 0 first, and then you will write 1, 1. Because as I said, we have studied that equation that for two inputs, the possible combinations is 4. So there will be exactly 4 rows in your table. That now you should know, right? As I said, when the number of inputs is 2, n is equal to 2, the combinations is 4, right? So for the truth table, how many input combinations are there? 4 combinations are there. So your truth table will be having just 4 input rows, right? Now with this, what you will do, you will write the first 0 2 times and 1 you will write again 2 times, right? In the second input column, what you will do, you will write 0 and 1 alternatively. As you can see over here, it's written 0, 1, 0, 1. Understood? So now can you see this combination? With this two digits, 0 and 1, two digits, 0 and 1, I can form 4 combinations. Which are those 4 combinations? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. Can you see this? So this is said as the number of possible combinations. Can you understand that what we have done? We have two inputs, right? We have two binary digits, 0 and 1. In the first column, what we have done is that we have written 0 twice. We have written 1 twice. In the second input column, what we have done is we have written 0 and 1 alternatively. So over here, we will write 0, 1, 0, 1, right? So this is how you will get the set of possible combinations. Now see how many combinations you are getting. You are getting 4 combinations which are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. So with 2 inputs and 2 binary digits, you are getting 4 combinations, right? Similarly, as we said, that when my number of inputs is 3, that is n is equal to 3, how many combinations I will get? I'll get 8 combinations. Now those 8 combinations, how to form those 8 combinations, वो 8 combinations कैसे बनाएंगे वो भी मैं आप लोग को सिखाऊंगी. ठीक है, जब हम 3 inputs के बारे में बात करेंगे तब मैं आप लोग को बताऊंगी कि वो 8 combinations कैसे बनते हैं. ठीक है, for now, for 2 input in system, how you can generate this 4 combinations that I have shown. Understood? Any queries at this point? समझ में आया? Combinations किसे बोलते हैं? 2 binary digits are given to you. How many number of how many various combinations you can form? How many digits you can form with those 2 digits, right? As I said, 3 and 5 are given to you. तो आप कितने digits बना सकते हो? 35, 53, 33, 55, right? So these are the digits that you can form with only 2 digits, 3 and 5. Yes. Yes, you can say. High and low. Yes, they are the representations of inputs, right? But over here, we will not use the term, in the truth table, we will not use the term high and low. We will normally write 0 and 1 only, right? But even if you write high, low, or even if you use the words true, false, it is not, it is not incorrect, right? So instead of this, if I say this is false, false, if I write false, true, true, false, true, true, it is also correct. If I write this table with the terms high, low, it is also correct. Low, 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 high, high, low, high, high, right? So if I form the table in that manner, it is also correct. If I write the table with the help of true or false, that is also correct. If I write the table with the form 0 and 1, that is also correct. Any other queries? Other students? Everything
Ma'am,
is
could you
clear?
show the previous slide?
Yes.
Ma'am, from where you started?
I started with the definition of logic gates. Then we talked about the important term, which is logic and truth table. We were discussing about the truth table, and I showed you what do you understand by the combinations of the truth table, right? And then we discussed the formula, that how you can get the number of combinations. That is, if the number of inputs is 2, then what will be the number of combinations? If the number of input is 3, what will be the number of combinations? If the number of input is 4, right, then the number of combinations will be 2 raised to 4, which is equal to 16, right? Okay, shall we move forward? Any queries?
Yes, ma'am.
Till now? Okay.
No queries, ma'am.
Let us discuss about the Boolean equation. What do you understand by the term Boolean equation? Now this is very simple. It is a mathematical equation representing a particular gate for inputs and outputs, right? For example, as I said, this is my logic gate. Now the logic gate, as I said, we are having 3 basic logic gates. So it can be logical OR gate, it can be logical AND gate, it can be any gate. For example, say आप एडिशन ऑपरेशन करते हो, जैसे हम लोग बात करते हैं एडिशन की, ठीक है, या सब्ट्रैक्शन की, तो एडिशन के लिए हम यूज करते हैं प्लस सिंबल का, सब्ट्रैक्शन के लिए हम डैश जैसा सिंबल यूज करते हैं, उसे हम बोलते हैं दिस इज अ सिंबल ऑफ सब्ट्रैक्शन. And if I have to represent the equation addition for 2 numbers, or if I have to represent the addition subtraction of for 2 numbers, तो हम क्या करेंगे? Say this is x is, this is number 1 is x, say number 2 is y, फिर उसका मुझे एक्सप्रेशन लिख